Are you gonna put up the slide now, Coach?
It's on. It's up.
It's up. Oh, okay. All right. So I'll go ahead. Oh wow, this is new.
Oh no.
No, so Facebook now has this meeting is being live streamed, and by staying in the meeting, you give consent to be live streamed. So it's just letting you know. I okay, and so we are live.
Okay, Shlomit, you can greet Facebook.
Good morning, Facebook community. Wake up, everyone. Come on and join us. It's time to connect, to do some healing work through arts, to grow and learn together. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Shlomit, and I invite all of you who are joining us and participating to grab a pen, to grab paper, and any art materials that you might have at home. Maybe you have some pastels or markers or crayons or just a pen. Even just a pen is good enough. So I invite you to grab all of those and come join us. Welcome, everyone. And I'm going to invite you all also to write in the chat. Have you ever experienced the healing powers of art? And then if you want to share a little bit more about it in the chat, you're welcome. Have you ever experienced the healing power?
Peace and blessing. Good morning. Shema.
Good
Don't get too much
morning.
into your presentation.
What is it? Sorry?
Don't get too much into your presentation right now.
Oh, okay, I won't. Welcome, everyone. I invite you all to grab pen and paper and any art materials you have at home for this magnificent session we're gonna have this morning. I'm so delighted and honored and excited to be here with you. My name is Shlomit, and we're gonna get started in just a few minutes. So please come and join us. And I invite you, if you want, to share on the chat if you've ever experienced the healing powers of art. You can start writing in the chat if you're interested in sharing about it. And we're going to get started just in a few minutes. So thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, Teresa.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. I see that Abimbola is here too. Welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us this morning. So once again, before we begin, I invite you to grab some pen, paper, any art materials you have, so that we can get to explore together this morning. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Waiting for more folks to join us this morning. And I invite you to just start thinking about how, if you've ever experienced the healing powers of art in your life, what did that look like for you?
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Good morning, dear community. It is a pleasure to be here with all of you once again. My name is Shlomit, and I'm so honored to be here with all of you today to explore the different modalities, the different expressions we can bring through art into our life and use it as a healing tool. So again, my name is Shlomit. I am a physical actress. I'm a dancer, an expressive arts, a person-centered expressive arts facilitator and counselor. I'm also the owner of Gleeful Wellness LLC, together with my husband David. And I specialize in uplifting communities through creative arts. That's what the gift I received from the universe and from educating myself. And this is what I do in my life. And I offer one-on-one sessions in counseling groups. I'm actually launching a new retreat this coming weekend. So I'm very excited to get this opportunity to be here with you and share with you. Let's see. So I'm just going to briefly share what we're going to do today, and then we'll get started with it. Welcome, everyone who just joined us. I see Joyce. Hi, Purple. And Theodora. Welcome, everyone. And Louise, of course. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so we're going to begin. I'm going to be sharing with you a very personal story of mine, of how I've been using art to help me heal. Then we will, your favorite belly dance, Purple, mwah, with so much love. Then after that, we are going to look at a beautiful poem that was written by a poet called Rumi. And then we will get heads on. So be sure to have a pen and paper so that you can also participate, and you're invited to bring any art materials that you have at home. All right, let me begin. So I created something called Awakening Expressive Arts, which is my own version with everything I have studied and experienced in my life, is my own version of person-centered expressive arts. And so what is expressive arts? Expressive arts is the use of the art-making process in order for us to explore our experiences and our emotions so that we can heal from them. We can become more aware and heal. And by the art making process, I'm actually meaning combining in one session or one workshop, combining meditation, writing, dancing, movement, drama, visual arts, which is drawing or sculpting or making something that is visual, And so combining all of those together, and it doesn't have to be in the exact order that I just mentioned. It can be very intuitive. And all this to help us become more aware and tap into our well of emotions and our authentic self through the art, mostly through nonverbal communication, nonverbal expression. For some of us, it might be challenging to express ourselves verbally. So through art, we can find the ways to express ourselves nonverbally. So earlier I was wondering if you would like to share in the chat if you've ever experienced the healing power of art in your life. So you're welcome to write it down in the chat. And so my story that I wanted to share with you today, I have multiple stories where art has helped me to heal, has saved my life. But today I chose a specific story about, I am half Israeli and half Colombian. So I was born in Israel and I lived there until the age of 2. Then I moved to Colombia. I went back at the age of 10. Hi, Denise. Welcome. And then Israel, unfortunately, is a country where war is something that almost like becomes a routine. It happens, unfortunately, very often, more often than it should at all. And us Israeli citizens, it just becomes part of us. You have to live with it. But what we don't realize, a lot of us, is that we become traumatized from it. It's a trauma. And this is why I'm living here in the United States and I'm not living there, because I don't want to live in that way. So, however, I realized for many years I had a lot of nightmares at night. And I didn't understood what is that about? Nightmares of persecution, of being chased by terrorists wanting to shoot me, of rockets or bombs falling from the sky and I have to escape or not escape, or I can't escape. All these nightmares that my husband would be waking me up like, hey, Shlomit, you're screaming or you're crying, you're okay. Or even worse, you're singing. And I'm like, I'm singing? I'm not singing. I was screaming for help. But it sounds like I'm singing to people outside. And so I started doing work on myself, and I realized that this doesn't only come from being raised in Israel in the environment of war. It also comes from my family. My grandparents are Holocaust survivors. My father was fighting in wars in Israel. My grandfather from my Colombian side is a military man. So all this war and persecution actually is in my DNA. It's in me, and I didn't even see all of it, but it's in me from my family. And so I arrived at a place where I was just so sick of having these nightmares. I couldn't take it anymore. And so 2 years ago, I was in the Person-Centered Expressive Arts Institute. I was studying to finally become a certified Person-Centered Expressive Arts counselor. And in this program, we had to do what is called triads. So one person would practice being the counselor. The other person would practice being the patient, or the patient, and the third person would witness. So when it was my turn to be the patient, or the client, we call it, the client, I just decided to open up and talk about these dreams, even though it's something very personal and very heavy. And so I'm going to share with you how was this process. So I started talking about it, about these nightmares. The night before, I had a nightmare about, again, bombs falling on me. And I started talking about it and crying. And my counselor invited me to move. She said, do you want to move into it? Because remember, I told you expressive arts combines different modalities. And I didn't want to move. I didn't feel safe. I thought I might, it is dangerous for me now to start moving with this with this pain. So I said, you know what? I don't want to move, but I want to paint. And so I took my pastel and I started drawing. How does it look like when you witness a rocket falling from the sky on you, threatening your life? How does this look like? And I started drawing it and I started explaining. And I just put all this pain, all this fear, all this trauma into the art, into the painting, and into my words. And the more I would focus on painting, the more my words would flow out, because I wasn't thinking about what was coming out. I was just focusing on making sure that my counselor can see visually, this is how it looks like. This is what's recorded in my mind and doesn't leave me. So then she, after crying, she invited me, so how would you like to spread your light? Because I shared that I just want to share light. I don't want to be in war. I don't want to be fighting with people. I just want to spread light, be happy, make art. That's what I came here for. And so she said, okay, I invite you to grab a crayon and close your eyes and just share with me, how are you spreading your light? And just taking that pastel and feeling that connection of the pastel with the paper, letting it come out, feeling it, and just talking about how I want to spread light was so calming and so relaxing. And basically it allowed me, by having my eyes closed, to tune into me and tune out and tune in, relaxing me. And what I was not aware, that my counselor told me later, is that while I was doing that, the session was outdoors, suddenly the sun came out. It was a cloudy, rainy day, and suddenly the sun started rising as I was doing that light bringing art. So then following that, after I was more relaxed, my counselor said, do you want to tear this piece? So the piece with the visuals of a bomb, which I couldn't even look at after I drew it. I said, yes, I want to tear it. And as I was tearing this paper, I was just releasing frustration, anger, sadness. I was tearing it and really putting all my soul into expressing these feelings through tearing it. And then I just threw all of the pieces of paper, tiny pieces of paper away. And it felt so good. And then to finish that ritual, I collected then all the pieces and I went to a bonfire and I just burned every single paper. Well, my friend offered me to witness me while I do this work. Because witnessing is a big part of healing, having somebody to witness you, not give you, not tell you what to do or how you're doing great or praise you, just be there and hold space. It's so important. And then after I burned that, I never had those dreams again. It's been over 2 years and I haven't had, thank God, those dreams again of seeing bombs and persecution. So this was a magical experience that really helped me. So I am happy to bring it here today and share it with you. And by sharing this story, I want to bring up the idea of the importance of coming in contact with our pain and not trying to run away from it or ignore it or blame it on others. It's so important to come in contact with our pain and allow ourselves to feel these emotions, allow ourselves to be aware, to bring it up, because that's the way to heal it. The more we hide it underneath and don't treat it, the more it grows. The more we open about it, the more we heal. And again, we don't have to open about it verbally. We can open about it through art. So that is my story to you, my dear friends, about my experience. And so I would like now to share a poem. And I would invite, please, the admin, if you could please bring up the slide of the poem I would like to share today. I'm going to read this poem twice. And as you hear it, just pay attention what comes up to you, okay, from this. And I also invite you to write down in the chat what came up from you from hearing and reading this poem. So again, this is by Rumi, and it's called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thoughts, the shame, the malice, meet them all at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. I'm going to read it again one more time, and I invite you to write in the chat. What do you take from this poem? What does this mean to you? Where does this poem meet you this morning? Okay, so I'm going to read it again. The guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thoughts, the shame, the malice, meet them at your door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So I invite you to take this in for a moment and just share in the chat what comes up for you from this poem. What does this mean to you? How do you interpret them? Let's see. So, Imani, Grand Rising, dear Imani. Thank you so much for holding space for me. I see that Stacy says that she's breathing with me. Thank you, Stacy. Oh, and you love this poem. Stacy shares that she has been entertaining them for weeks and also with the last 2 days. So Stacy has been feeling a lot of emotions. A guide indeed. Thank you so much for sharing that, Stacy. Yes. Jacqueline, accept all of my human emotions. Meet each one, each day with compassion as it comes to grow you. Yes, thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. Terry shares that life's journey has ups and downs, lessons to be learned. We can learn from all experiences. Thank you so much, Terry. Yes. Sorry?
Like me to read the chat?
Oh, sure. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Purple, she shares that she accepts the variety of emotions I experience daily. They are serving me. Honor all of it. And Teresa Scott says, I embrace the pain, the sorrow, a celebration for all. They were coming in. I thought they were going to continue to come in because this was a very heartfelt share. And I was also wondering if anyone wanted to unpack your story, like for them, because that was, it was very visual, and very heart-wrenching to, to hear on a general level, but also to know that somebody we know experienced this. So community, is there anyone that wants to share what came up for them?
Hi, this is Teresa. I'm ready to draw. I'm ready to get this stuff out my system so I can throw it up in the air.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shamit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Breathing with you, Sister Teresa. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, we're going to dive in very soon. Thank you so much. Anyone else? I want to invite anyone to, yes, as Kenyofu shared, if you want to share what came up from you, from my sharing, as well as from the poem, you're welcome to unmute and share, please. We are exposing ourselves to expand ourselves.
This is Terry, and I'll share. It helped me to understand that all of my emotions are okay and good. I used to be very self-conscious about how sensitive I was. And I'm just learning that all of me, just the way that I am, is okay. It's okay, even if it's not okay to everybody else. It's okay. And I'm okay, just the way I am. So embrace myself. Thank you, and I'm complete.
Ashe. Yes, yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Terry. Yes. So basically, yeah, is allowing our emotions to come, our guests. Let them in and let them out, right? Come in. Sure, I feel you. I'm gonna let you be. I'm gonna explore you. And I'm also gonna let you go because you're only a guest. I'm gonna take the good and I'm gonna let go of what does not serve me and move on. And yes, and accept that we are sensitive. It is a gift to be sensitive. It's not something bad. So thank you, Terry, for sharing that. Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to share? Let's see. Cheryl, would you like to read from the Facebook, please?
Or from Facebook, Jem McBean L says, yes. I'm sorry, I have to scroll back up. Yes, it's reality. We came to planet Earth and we roll with the punches and go with the ebb and flow of life. And Stacy Transform McLean says, it means welcome them all, even if you didn't invite them, entertain them, give them their time to speak or shout or dance or play, show them respect, honor them, and then release them so they can be on their way. And D.Y. Forrester asks the name of the poem again.
Yes, thank you. The name of the poem is called The Guest House. The Guest House.
We'll hear from Purple. Purple like to come on off of mute and onto video.
Sure. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's there for me is I'm feeling my body. I actually didn't sleep well and woke up and felt some emotions, and this is perfect timing. And it's so interesting. It just made me think clean the house. It's like the beginning of the call. I just got in the shower. I put on my essential oils. I started stretching. I'm going to go for a walk for the rest of the call. And it's like a guest house. These are guests. How would I treat my guests in my home? Right. And if I looked at every emotion like that, not making one more significant than the other, then I can honor them like a guest, serve them like a guest, and have them leave, right?
Exactly.
Good to see you, Trevor.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, and sharing and releasing them. Okay, they're just guests. They don't live there at all times. So thank you so much. All right. Anyone else wants to come off mute and share?
How about Wendy? Are you able? You're
Did I,
muted.
did I hear my name?
Yes, you did. Are you able
Okay.
to share?
No, because I just came on, so I have no idea what. I was walking and I just tuned in.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Problem.
Thank you. So, Sister Wendy, we're talking about the healing power of art so basically in expressing, using the arts as a means of self-expression, so we can
Breaking up.
process all
Get
different
closer to the house.
emotions. So we can process all different emotions and get them out of our system, allow them to exist, and then release them. Because the more we don't allow them to be there, guess what? Those guests are going to be knocking on the door. Hey, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. And until we don't open the door and say, welcome, would you like to drink something? They're not going to stop nagging. And they might even get worse, okay? So I want to invite you to have this image in you. Thank you so much for sharing. Kenyofi, would you like to read the rest of the comments, please, on our chat?
Sure. All right, so Ariane says, funny is called the guest house. It reminds me of family holidays. Candace says emotions are sacred and serve a purpose or many purposes. And Terry's thanking Purple. She's going to borrow her contribution. She's going to borrow what she said from her contribution. Candace says we shouldn't be afraid of our emotions. And Joyce says the poem is so relatable to what I'm going through. I was trying to figure out how to deal with grief and certain emotions that are deep in my soul, what to do next, how to continue the process. Joyce, I'm asking you to come off of mute onto video to share this process.
Good morning. I'm at work, so I can't. I can talk for a few minutes. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Would you like to share more about what you wrote?
What? I don't want to start. Not really.
Not really. Okay. I have a sense that you don't want to verbalize it. So in a moment, I'm going to give you an opportunity to, if you want, to explore it non-verbally. Okay. So, but let me just. I understand that you are in a setting of work. What comes up for me from hearing about trying to figure out how to deal with grief and certain emotions that are deep in your soul and what to do next. I invite you to allow that grief to be. Allow, not saying, oh, how do I get rid of it, or what's next, what's coming up. Allowing that to be, allowing that to sink, allowing those feelings to feel. And I want to encourage you to find outlets on how to express those emotions, how to express that grief that you're feeling. And the tools that I have to offer for you are writing, painting, movement, and of course, being witnessed and heard. And this could be by myself or any other person that has the ability to just listen and hold space for you. Just that is so healing and empowering, and can bring more clarity as to, oh, now I understand what is the next step. Does that resonate with you, Joyce?
Yes. It's funny because the last couple of weeks, I just like, I've been thinking about um, my niece Shamani, and I'm trying to. It's like the numbness, and it's like I never, like I wanna express myself, but it's hard because I feel like it'd be a waste of time because I can't do anything about it. And just been thinking like I just want to go through the process, but I want to like cry all the time, but it just feel like it's gonna be a waste of time. So I just tell myself, don't cry. Cause I just feel so angry. I can't listen to certain music, and I'll just be driving from work, driving home, just trying to just keep myself. She just comes in my mind all the time. Just miss her so.
Joyce, thank you so much for sharing that. We're holding space for you here, hearing you. I hear that you feel this sense of like an emptiness, or you said numbness.
Yes, it's like I, I, I I thought in time it'd be more it'll get better. It seemed like sometimes it's worse. Like it's just started. It's like I don't. I just want to express myself, and just yesterday I was thinking like, okay, just find like something. I have all these ideas in my head to get through, but it's just overwhelming, and it's just so deep and overwhelming. It's I be in shock, like still just I don't want to do anything to process because I don't want to let it go. It's just weird. Like I don't want to let the I don't want to process. I don't want to let nothing go because I don't know, just all over the place sometimes. But and I don't want to question God too much. But I don't know. It's just hard, really, really hard. This one is really, really hard.
Oh, Joyce, let's all breathe with you here. Just breathe. And I hear that there is so many emotions and things coming up for you that it's almost like you are unable to finish articulating one thing and the other. So Just allow yourself to feel. And see, Joyce, where would you feel that in your body, what you're expressing right now? Where do you feel that?
Um, my my gut, my
Your
my
heart?
heart, um, my mind sometimes like wonder, and I start like daydreaming and things like that, and I just get lost in thought sometimes, when I'm working or when I'm listening. Well, I try to listen to music and stuff like certain songs and things, and like just face it, and you know, I have dreams like I don't know, I'm just trying to do my best. I really don't want to reach out to family because I want them to have their space. And I don't know what levels of processing they're going through. So I just keep everything to myself. I, you know, I'll write and write her letters and things. And I just don't want to deal with it. Because at everything in I went through in my life, I don't want this type of pain because I just don't. This right here, this is a different type of sorrow and different type of pain, and I just keep it to myself because I want my loved ones to. I don't want to interrupt their process, and I'm just bothering them with my. I don't like reaching out too much because it's so painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you that you almost like, that they are also in pain, so you don't want to interrupt their process with your own pain, and you're saying that you keep it to yourself. You're saying that I hear that you said that you write her letters, which is great. But I want to invite you, for your own sake and for your own growth process and healing process, to perhaps find somebody external, not somebody in the family, where you can process this and talk with. It sounds to me like it's so painful, and I've gone through grief as well. That is like, you know what? I don't even want to feel these emotions. Just get out of me. Leave me alone. But they don't go, they just stay there. And until we don't express them out, they will just continue to stay there and nag us. So I want to encourage you to find somebody that is external, maybe not in your family, so you don't have to feel these emotions of maybe like a guilt, like you're making them hard. It's hard for them, so you're bringing more on them. But somebody external that can really hear you, where you can express yourself freely. And you can know that, okay, when I'm here expressing myself, I'll allow myself to feel, and then when I'm out in the world, I can hold myself together. So I want to invite you to find. Do you have any resources to help you with that, Joyce?
Yeah, yes.
You do?
Yes, I've just been trying to find a lot of like resources and things like that. I've been doing like, you know, healthy like exercises and things and trying to stay busy and stuff like that. It's just I I I don't know. It's just like my emotions is being selfish, and I just don't want to like when I'm feel myself getting ready to cry. I'm like, no, you're not going to do that. And then I feel anger, and because I don't want to cry, because it's not, what's that going to do? It's not going to bring her back. I think about the last conversations me and her have. It keep going. Like, I just have dreams. I have visions and things, and it's just heavy on me so much. Like, certain days or holidays come up, it's just so unbearable. But I just get through them, and I try to stay strong, because I love my sister so much. And I just I just I just hate that this would happen to somebody so beautiful. My sister, I just hate this. Just I think about her every day, and it's like I pray that she just get through the day, or just I think about her a lot, and I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine what she's going through, and think about my niece's children. I think about everything all the time, every day.
Yeah. Sounds like you're really carrying this pain every day. And yeah, it sounds to me like the more you keep it in, the more it will stay there. So I want to invite you to and say thank you for letting this out here, sharing this out here with all of us. Thank you so much. And what has helped me to deal with grief is to remember that when I am expressing myself, even if it's expressing this deep pain, I am keeping her alive because I am expressive myself and I'm working on myself. And healing from this pain doesn't happen just like boom, one day. No, it's like when we go to the gym and we work on enhancing our muscles. This healing process is just like that. We got to keep working, keep expressing, keep expressing, keep expressing. So until one day we're like, we can breathe. So I want to invite you to please keep sharing that and keep expressing that. And you say you have dreams and visions. So I think the tool of art making through art will be might be so beneficial for you. So Joyce, I want to thank you so much for sharing this. And I would like actually to move on to the hands-on working. And if you can, I know you are at work, if you can follow with us and do this work and see what comes out for you, that would be great. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that if you are about to cry, that's the wisdom of your body saying you need to shed, you need to let out. So maybe, okay, if we cry, yeah, it will not bring her back, unfortunately, but it will help you to cope with it and to deal with it. It's your body requesting to just shed. So, so thank you for crying today. Thank you for allowing those tears to come out, and for releasing.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's much needed. And this is so weird because last couple of days I was just, and then when you said the poem, I'm like, okay, just accept. I accept, but I just can't forget the moment. I just the sorrow is just I just got to figure out what to do, turn the sorrow and just accept the sorrow and wear it and turn it into to just you know. So I'm gonna figure it out.
Yes. Yeah. And exactly. And even not needing to do anything with it, just allowing it to be here. That's it. Allowing it to be here. And then seeing if sometimes, I remember when I was going through grief very, very freshly, I would just want my boyfriend to sit with me and watch me cry. That's all I wanted. I don't know why I wanted that. Today, when I'm more trained and I understand, is that we have the need to be witnessed. We have the need to be heard. We have the need to be seen. So when we shut off ourselves and we're like, yeah, I'm just going to keep it to myself, we're doing a disservice for ourselves because we need that. We need to expose ourselves. We need to be heard. So yes, dear Sister Joyce, you're not alone. We're here with you and we're breathing with you and we're witnessing you. And we appreciate you for sharing this. Yes, allowing it to be. Welcome it as a guest. And it could be that these guests, these emotions are staying here for a while. But the more we release it and talk about it and draw it or dance it or write it, the guest will leave. And that doesn't mean that she is going to leave and her memory is going to leave. It just means that we will be able to continue to move on with life, even with this, almost like this hole in our hearts. And using the tools of art to help us to continue on is very powerful. So I want to invite everybody to take a deep breath in and exhale. Thank you, Joyce, and thanks to all of you that have been sharing, holding space for each other. And I want to invite us to just grab a pen and paper and take a moment to sit quietly, take a few breaths. I invite you to close your eyes and tune inward into you. Feel your heart. Feel your gut, your core, your center. Feel your feet. Allowing your face to relax. And I invite you to tune in and see what guest is visiting you today. What guests are inside of you today? Maybe it's one, maybe it's multiple guests. And by guests, I mean emotions or experiences that are resonating within you in this early morning. And just allow it to be. Allow it to be there. Don't try to deny it. It might be painful, it might be joyful, but allow it. Breathe through it. Breathe. What guest is visiting you today? I invite you to open your eyes very gently. Grab your pen and paper, and we're going to take about 5 minutes just to free write. Just write what's coming up for you this morning, what emotions are visiting you this moment or experiences. So I'm going to time us. Again, I invite you to grab a pen and paper, and for 5 minutes, just write. Don't worry, you don't need to share any of this writing with anyone. This is just for you. What guests are visiting me this morning? And you may begin. You can use the sentences such as I feel, I am, I have. Those sentences may guide you into writing into your emotions. I feel, I have, I am. Be sure to breathe. Two more minutes. Keep writing, keep writing. Thirty more seconds. Okay, and we are at time. Before we move on to the next part of this exercise, I just want to acknowledge that it's almost 8 p.m. And so those of you that aren't able to stay with us, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you find a path to express yourself, to explore self-expression. And please be sure to tune in later to watch the rest of the program. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. For those of you needing to move on, and for those of you staying with us in this exploration, keeping what you wrote here, keeping those guests inside, I am going to play some music. And I'm just going to invite you to move your body to it, all right? any way that you want to move, any way that your body needs to move. It can be anywhere from just moving one arm, moving the fingers, staying still, just breathing with it. Any way that you want to allow this music to move you. I'm going to play it for about 2 minutes. So just allow these emotions to move through you. Here we go. Are you able to hear the music well? Yeah, thank you so much. So however you would like to move, go ahead. And take a few deep breaths in. Exhale. Bring the arms up, breathe in. Palms above your head, and then exhale. Allowing the guests to be. Welcoming, greeting any guests that are inside of you right now in your guest house. And I'm going to invite you right now to go immediately into the art making process. Okay, so grab any art materials that you have at home. You can have markers, crayons, anything, pastels, watercolors, acrylics, depending how messy do you want to go. And I invite you to grab a piece of paper and just start pouring cry-ons. Exactly, Jacqueline, cry-ons. Get those cry-on and get the cry on your paper. I love that. Never thought about that, cry-ons. So if you don't know what to draw, you can just close your eyes, place your hand on the paper, and just feel the paper, feel that connection, this divine connection of your hand with the texture of the paint, the paper. And then you'll see that you'll start getting visions of colors, shapes. Just grab any crayon that speaks to the color you're feeling right now and just start jotting. Something important is that this is not about creating beautiful art. None of that. That's not what's healing. This is about creating raw, truthful, authentic art from your soul. So please, I'm going to give us about 10 minutes for this art making process, okay? Try to make the most out of it. Allow your guests to be expressed. It can be as abstract or realistic as you wish. All right, 10 minutes. I'm going to continue playing the music and I'll let you know once we are getting closer to our time. If anyone has any questions, feel free to write in the chat or unmute yourself and you can ask me. Here we go. We're going to take about 2 more minutes. And if you are done already, I want to invite you to give a title to your art and share it in the chat. What title would you give to your art? Okay, so about 2 more minutes if you're not done. Good, and keep bringing on your titles in the chat when you're ready. I see we already have a title called Free Swirls and Absence, Letting It Go. My one was called Breathe. There is so much light coming from the darkness. So let's take about 1 more minute to finish or to come to a stopping point. You don't have to finish the art. The art can be finished later, but just to find a stopping point so we can talk about it. Okay, everyone. So this is really just a taste of doing expressive arts, because usually we would spend at least 2 hours in this process of art making, in the process of talking, in the process of writing, in the process of meditation, sharing. So today we're really getting a little taste of it. Teresa, releasing the pain. Roar! Nice, beautiful titles here. If you haven't put your title in the chat yet, you're welcome to do it. And for my admin, if anyone put a title on Facebook, please feel free to share it. I would like to invite a few participants to share how was this process for them. Stacy just shared spit and tears into the flames. Thank you. So, Jacqueline is saying, there is no light without darkness. I understand this spiritually, but emotionally and mentally, I struggle accepting it. I understand. Yes. So what I mean by there is so much light coming from the darkness is that when we allow ourselves to dig deep and feel our wounds, feel the pain, work on ourselves to grow ourselves, then suddenly we can feel so much light coming off of it because there is a gift on going into the darkness. It's almost like a quick example I can give you is feeling pain and crying 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 and crying, and eventually at some point we feel that release right after crying a lot. That's the light that comes when we allow this darkness of tears to come out. At some point, we will feel that release. So I see Jem, Sister Jem wrote, it just is. Thank you. So would anyone like to unmute yourself and share what came up for you? Maybe you can share your art. So I'll definitely share with you. This is the art that came up for me. I just saw tears coming out and so much pain. But I also felt the energy of using this pain to give to the community, using this pain to shine my life bright. And the green represents me taking time to breathe. And yeah, this is what came up for me today. So would anyone like to unmute and share? Stacy, would you like to share? Yeah, go ahead, please unmute. And we can, if we can also, would you like to share your art if you want to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Grand Rising Queen, thank you so much. So first, I'm just going to ask everyone to just take a deep breath with me.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. That felt so good. Yeah. So important to breathe. Mm-hmm. So it's so funny when you said the picture doesn't have to be, this is not about art. So actually, when you told us to start writing, to start drawing, I couldn't stop writing. I was like, oh, I have to keep going. Like, I have been written poetry in so long, but it's a love of mine. Like I do sometimes, but I just had to keep writing. And then I said to myself, I don't have enough space in my journal on this little picture, this paper. I need to really, I wanted to like, like if I had like a whole wall to draw on, maybe I have to get like some chalk and do that. But if you look like it's scribbles, like lines came out first, like lines. And then I started to draw fire at the bottom. And then I have like this little face at the top. That's me. And then it has like tears coming down the face into the fire. And then the spit, why I said spit and fire into the flames is because of what I wrote. Of what I was releasing, which what guests came to visit me was so much of my past, or the past that has been indoctrinated to me through the world, through everybody, like even from my parents and their parents' parents, from the church, from the Bible, how people have taught. And even though those things, some things are meant for good, how people taught me to manipulate whatever their agenda was. And I'm talking about like even the hierarchy, the world and like all this patriarchy, all of that stuff. And I was listening to Sadhguru a lot this last few days, and I'm just like, wow, like really releasing people that I could ever control a person, or even in relationships that I could ever really have. We can't have, we are all beings, but to think that I can just have, oh, you're mine, I have you. It's crazy. It's crazy because it can't be absolute, because we are always changing and evolving as humans. So I've got to release that even in these last couple of days, like, oh, I have to release that relationships stay one way. It's impossible. It's impossible. So I released that. So when I said spit, I said, I'm having now to, I'm from the guest house. I feel the time is to release many past, what I just said. And then I said, freedom is ringing. Let me go to the light. Freedom is ringing, releasing what relationships look like, releasing my own thoughts on what I think were I can't read that, and dismantling that they were put onto me by the world, and I ate it up. This where's the spit come from? I ate it up. I am now having to spit it out, and it's tasteless. It's not even nasty to taste because I'm so used to it. I've been aware, but now I am aware of its flavor. Now the flavor, when I'm aware, tastes like tears, tastes like salt. It's salty. I prefer to spit it out, to throw up all of what I swallowed throughout the years. And then I said, I won't go back there though. I'll just continue to spit it out every day. I will be on the lookout for the taste. It's recognizable. And since I've been so used to it, tasting it, I really have to call it out when it arrives to my palate. So that's me releasing it into the fire. And I'm in the Hamptons, and I've been building fires in the fireplace for the last 2 days, and just sitting in front of the fire, crackling and the element, and just like meditating with the fire and really releasing, and just like, wow, this is amazing. So thank you so much for that this morning, the beat, the movement. And I said, you're not listening to Shlomit. She said, get up now. You're still writing. Now I got up when the music was stopped ending, but then you start talking, but I was still dancing. And I was like, this is so perfect this morning. And thank you. Thank you so much, Goddess. I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you. And I'm just breathing and holding the space for all my sisters and brothers on today. Love you all.
Ashe, thank you, Stacy. Thank you. This is why I say we usually do this in 2 hours, because I understand that you're like, I want to keep writing. This is not now I want to move now. And that's okay. That's very natural. And I hear from you that, first of all, I love how your expression involves so many senses. Do you realize that? It tastes, I see it, I feel it, I hear it, right? Isn't that, it makes it so vivid? It makes it vivid to me as I hear you, and I'm sure it makes it for you so vivid as you express it and explore it. And so I hear that this morning you have a guest that is this clinging, like a clinging thing, construct that you've been taught from ancestors, from society, where it's like, okay, you better cling and don't allow change to be. Cling, 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 cling. And this morning you're like, guest, I'm aware of you, and I'm not going to let you cling, and I'm going to accept change, and I'm going to accept evolving. Like the earth tilts, we're about to experience summer now. That's how we are as humans. We evolve, and as life progresses, so do we, and it's okay to allow it to happen. Does this resonate with you, Stacey? Am I getting it?
Yes, thank you. Like for the cling, because when you think of something clinging, like it's like you're like, oh, come on, get off of me. Like that's exactly what was there. So that's so perfect that you got the communication, that you got it all.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Stacey. Yeah, letting go of that clinging. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Stacey. A pleasure. Thank you for sharing. All right. I want to invite anyone else that would like to share. Maybe Kenyofu, can you let me know if you think from the chat?
Yes. I'm looking at. Can you share with us, please?
Can you say that again? Because your voice was cutting.
Jacqueline,
would you like to come up and share?
I'll try. My internet is unstable, so it keeps kicking me out. My dog is barking. No, I was just realizing that I was still holding on to, listening to Joyce and everybody. I was just realizing that I was still holding on to some stuff around my brother's death. And you know, it's really, it's a weird thing because there's times I go through, he's been gone a very long time, but it's times I go through periods where I don't think about him, I don't think about any of it. And then there's other times when it just weighs on me.
Breathe, breathe.
It just weighs on me sometimes, like today. So listening to Joyce's pain kind of brought up my pain, and I realized that I haven't really dealt with it like I thought I had. So I'm still dealing with it, and that's it.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Yeah, so I hear that hearing others, basically hearing the guests that are visiting others made you aware of your own guests that are visiting you, and that even though your brother has passed for many years, sometimes you don't even think about it, you can continue, and sometimes boof, it just sits there. And I hear that almost like today it was brought up for you and it's sitting with you. And I just want to invite you to allow it to be. And we're all holding space for you here and loving you. And I'm not gonna invite you to share more because I think I'm sensing that that's where you're at today. Do you want to share anything else, or
No.
do you want to
No.
be complete? Yeah, and I respect that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know myself. I mean, I experienced my biggest grief 17 years ago, and I'm still, there are days where I'm okay, but there are days where it's like just crying and feeling it so deeply and feeling like, you know what, I can't do anything today because I'm just feeling this. And that's okay. That's okay to allow ourselves to feel this way. Thank you so much for sharing, Jacqueline. We're holding space for you, breathing with you, loving you. Okay, I am aware of our time, so I'm going to invite one last sharing for today. Teresa, I see you raising your hand. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. This was so healing for me. I was actually roaring here like a lion. I was like, what the hell are you roaring for? And let me show you my painting.
Yes, please.
I don't even want to throw it away. I think it's beautiful. It's all yellow, all gold, right? And you know what's so weird for me? I started writing with my left hand, and then I was like, I'm gonna switch to my right hand, but I couldn't. My right hand started hurting. So I started using my left hand instead. And I just started drawing all over the place. And the color came to me, the gold came to me earlier, even before you mentioned the color, the gold color came, and I just started using the gold. And it was like I was just roaring. Like the more I roar, it felt like the spirit was taking over the pen and just moving the pen by itself. This was like magical. And I feel so much better because as I was roaring and letting everything out, I felt like all the pain was going onto the paper. And thank you so much. I really want to sign up and do this because I just feel like I could be a blessing to help somebody else. I would like to learn how to do what you're doing to teach other people. It was like I felt like, and not just with that, but to include screaming with it, like
Yeah.
add screaming to it, because I remember one days I just went to my friends and I said, I want everyone to scream today. And we just started screaming on the phone. And they was like, you're crazy. I was like, no, but I dare you to start screaming. And they started screaming and they said they felt so much better. So I called it the scream ministry. It was just so funny. And we just had a great day just screaming.
There is so much power in releasing your voice.
Yes.
So why don't we, Teresa, let's go ahead and roar together. Would you like to roar with me?
Yes.
And I invite
Yes.
everybody roaring wherever you are. You can unmute if you want, and let's roar. 1, 2, 3. Roar!
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I roared, I laughed.
Delicious. Thank you for inviting us to roar. Ow. Yes.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, my dear, beautiful, amazing community. I'm aware of the time. We need to come to a closing today. My heart is so full with so much love to all of you. Thank you so much for being present. I want to give a special offer today to two participants, whoever the first two people to email me. This is my email, contact@gleefulwellness.com. You will each receive a free one-on-one Awakening Expressive Arts counseling session with me. The sessions go about 70 minutes and we do them online. Unless it's a possibility that we could do it in person, it would be even better. And so the first two people that will email me to contact@gleefulwellness.com will receive each a free one-on-one Awakening Expressive Arts session. And yeah, let's see who gets to be the winner. We can move on to next slide. I'm glad you were laughing out loud with the roaring. Yes, letting it all out. Cheryl, your husband got scared. We frightened him. All right, so if you want to stay in contact with me, I really want to welcome you to stay in contact in sisterhood and brotherhood. I'm on Facebook, Shlomit Oren, or you can find my page, Awakening Expressive Arts. On Instagram, you can find me as O Shlomit. And my email, contact@gleefulwellness.com. And also my website is gleefulwellness.com. Or you can just write shlomitoren.com. It goes to the same website. And so I offer group workshops and one-on-one sessions, entertainment, all the good stuff, all about uplifting our spirits through the arts. And a lot of times uplifting our spirits requires that we come in contact with the most unuplifted part of us, right? And that's what helps us to rise up. Next slide, please. Let's see. So, love offering. If you enjoyed this program and all of the, wake up everybody, serious. Let me have a sip of water. You're welcome to share a love offering through our Zelle or Quick Pay account, which is soulleadershipdevelopment@gmail.com, or you can use Cash App to Spirit of a Woman. And remember to put the code 348SO, 348SO. Okay, again, by the end of this session, I will announce who will be the winners of the free session. And we can go to our next slide. Thank you so much. So, joining us tomorrow, we have Xavier Beckwith, who is going to lead a session about X-rated, 7 inches and 7 P's, the kiss of death. That's going to happen tomorrow morning. And then on Thursday, we have the beautiful, amazing Ash Straw leading about Pratyahara, the yoga of focus. So be sure to tune in and make it happen and listen to these conversations. And Kenyafu, you're going to take this one?
I got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shlomit. So, new members, anyone new out there, you're out there, please write in the chat so we can acknowledge you. And if you're an old seasoned member, please invite new members into the space. Uh, we are here 5 days a week and 3 days where we have the long days, the 90-minute sessions like today. So everyone is going to join in at 7 a.m. and we will end at 8:30. And on short days, which are Monday and Wednesday, we are ending at 7:30. We're live on Zoom and also live stream on Facebook. And you can get a flag that's going to represent Wake Up Everybody. So you have your sweatshirts and your t-shirts and your cups and your mask. bit.ly/Wu swag to represent. And we ask that you stay in touch. You want to be sure to get your emails every week. And in order to have that happen, you want to register every week. bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. Fill out the form and be informed. Then we have Facebook. Facebook is a community where you can catch the replays and communicate with all the members. There's 1,500 members in there. Only small, teeny tiny drop in the water of those Facebook community come into Zoom. Maybe your presence in Facebook, a post to share what you experienced today, maybe a post of your picture and explanation of what it means or your experience of today's presentation will encourage those 1,500 family members to come into this space. bit.ly/Wu community is the way that a person will join that community if you're not already. We're on Instagram and we're on YouTube, and you can also check out, or I invite you to email us with any comment or question you have. Reference to Wake Up Everybody. That email address is info.wakeupseries and at gmail.com. So right now, I'm going to stop the share and I want to ask you all to unmute yourselves so that you can give Shlomit the love shower that she so deserves for this wonderful workshop.
Namaste.
Thank you, Shlomit. Shower, 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 shower. Such a beautiful, beautiful spirit. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. This is a great session.
Thank you, Queen Shlomit. Move your hips.
You are a
Juicy,
gift.
dripping love goddess. I
You
love
are a
you.
gift.
Thank
You are an
you.
art.
Thank you,
I
everyone.
love
You're
you.
so
You are a gift.
Thank you,
amazing.
everyone.
Love
So
you.
much,
We are
I
Shlomit.
love
blessed to
you.
have
Queen
had
Shlomit,
your
Thank you. Honor
Divine
gift.
your
Dottie
gift.
your cash
Love
app and
you.
Zelle, send
You
her a
are
love
a gift.
offering.
Thank you. This was amazing.
Our own
Whatever
natural
it is
energy
that
Through
you
heal.
do.
Thank
art,
Sending
you.
we
you
can
now,
heal.
sister.
We can
Love you,
heal
love you,
through
love you,
art.
love
All
you,
the
love you, love
admin
you.
team,
Thank you
y'all
for
were
showing me that
awesome.
we can heal
Everybody
through
continue
art.
roaring.
Healing.
Mind
Oh my
breath.
goodness.
Yes,
Thank you. I
amazing.
So
feel
on
so
point.
empowered. I'm gonna be in here
Love
roaring in my
you.
apartment
You
today.
are a gift.
Thank you. You're so
Roar indeed.
beautiful.
Roar